Season 3 has been nothing short of an emotional storm, pulling Belly in every direction. From the very start, it was clear that this summer was unlike the ones before. Belly found herself stuck between two brothers, Conrad and Jeremiah, and no matter how much she tried to make the right choice, every step seemed to lead to heartbreak. The season opened with the familiar setting of Cousins Beach, but it didn't feel the same. The air carried the weight of memories, especially Susanna's absence, which still lingers like a shadow over every conversation and every fight. Episode after episode, we saw Belly's struggle deepen. With Conrad, the connection is undeniable. There's history, there's depth, and there's the kind of love that feels like it could last forever. Yet with Jeremiah, there's warmth, safety, and the kind of easy comfort Belly has always craved. Both brothers represent different versions of her heart, and throughout season 3, Belly has been torn apart trying to figure out where she truly belongs. Every choice she's made has only complicated things further, and by the time episode 7 left us on a cliffhanger, it felt like she was closer than ever to breaking. Episode 7 ended in a way that made fans gasp. Tensions were at their highest. Secrets were almost spilled, and emotions ran raw. Conrad's quiet glances spoke louder than words. Jeremiah's passionate declarations reminded everyone why he's so hard to ignore. Belly, caught in the middle, seemed ready to make a decision. But one look at her face told us she still wasn't certain. And that's where the trailer for episode 8 picks up with the shocking image of a wedding. The build-up to this moment hasn't been just about romance. It's also been about family, grief, and healing. Laurel, Belly's mom, has had her own powerful storyline, showing how Susanna's loss left cracks that everyone is still trying to mend. Stephen, Belly's brother, has been her constant, grounding her when her world spins out of control. All of these threads weave together to create the perfect storm leading into the finale. And now, the trailer hints that everything is about to come full circle, not with a calm resolution, but with the chaos of wedding vows. The idea of a wedding in episode 8 shakes the entire story. Fans immediately wonder whose wedding is it? Is it Belly's, rushed and unexpected? Could it be someone else close to her, like a family member or even one of the Fisher boys? The build-up is designed to make us question everything we thought we knew. And that's why this finale feels so huge. It isn't just about answering the question of who Belly chooses. It's about whether love can survive all the heartbreak, all the mistakes, and all the pressure that's been building for 3 long seasons. With all of this history, every stolen glance, every fight, and every broken promise, the episode 8 trailer feels like the culmination of a journey we've been invested in since the very first summer. It's not just another cliffhanger, it's the ultimate turning point. And with the promise of wedding spoilers, fans are bracing themselves for the most emotional and unforgettable ending yet. The episode 8 trailer wastes no time in throwing us off balance. We see flashes of white dresses, soft music in the background, and flowers carefully arranged, signaling that this isn't just another summer day at Cousins Beach. The imagery is unmistakable. This is a wedding. But whose wedding is it? And why does it feel so much heavier than a simple celebration? The trailer doesn't confirm anything, but it leaves us with just enough breadcrumbs to speculate wildly, and fans are already losing their minds over the possibilities. One shot stands out above all: Belly standing near an aisle, her expression caught somewhere between shock and hesitation. She's dressed beautifully, but the look in her eyes tells us this moment isn't what she expected. Is she the bride? Or is she simply a guest at someone else's ceremony, realizing something deeper about her own heart? This is where the trailer plays with us. It gives us the setup of a wedding, but it doesn't clearly reveal who's walking down that aisle. That mystery alone has set the fandom buzzing with theories. Then there's Conrad. For just a second, the camera lingers on his face, and it's not the face of someone celebrating. His expression is serious, almost pained, as if he's watching something he doesn't want to see. Is he watching Belly prepare to marry Jeremiah? Or is he silently regretting all the moments he kept his feelings locked away? The trailer smartly keeps his silence intact, reminding us that Conrad has always been the master of saying everything with his eyes and nothing with his words. Jeremiah, on the other hand, is shown in a burst of emotion. There's a quick shot of him adjusting his tie, his nerves visible, his energy restless. It feels like he's standing on the edge of something life-changing. Fans immediately jump to the conclusion that he might be the groom, finally ready to take his place as the one who chooses Belly openly and without hesitation. But even here, the trailer doesn't confirm it. Instead, it leaves us stuck in that delicious uncertainty, wondering if Jeremiah's joy will last or if it will shatter in the final moments. And let's not forget the side characters. Laurel, Belly's mom, appears briefly in the trailer, her eyes glassy with tears. They don't feel like the happy tears of a wedding, more like the heavy tears of a mother watching her daughter grow up too fast. Stephen is also shown, his voice overheard in a line that seems almost like a warning. Are you sure about this? That one line has sent fans spiraling, because it suggests that even the people closest to Belly may not be confident about what's unfolding. The trailer also hints at chaos beyond the romance. There's a scene of someone running out of the ceremony, storming through the beach house in frustration. Another clip flashes the image of a dropped bouquet, a symbol of joy slipping away. These quick cuts suggest that this isn't going to be a simple wedding scene, it's going to be an emotional battlefield. Nothing in The Summer I Turned Pretty ever comes without heartbreak. And this finale looks like it's going to prove that point one last time. What makes the wedding spoilers so powerful is how it ties into the core question of the show. Who will Belly end up with? For 3 seasons, we've been on this journey, waiting for her to choose between Conrad and Jeremiah. A wedding suggests a decision, but the uncertainty of the trailer makes it clear that even the final choice might not be as simple as it looks. Will she truly marry Jeremiah, sealing her future with him? Will she run away at the last moment, realizing her heart belongs to Conrad? Or is the entire wedding nothing more than a misdirection, perhaps a flash forward, a dream, or a symbolic vision of what could be? The brilliance of this trailer is that it forces us to confront every possible outcome while showing us almost nothing. A wedding is supposed to be a moment of love and certainty, but here, it feels like a stage for heartbreak, regret, and last-minute revelations. One thing is certain, the finale is going to deliver the most unforgettable twist in The Summer I Turned Pretty so far. One of the most popular fan theories is that the wedding is Belly and Jeremiah's. Many viewers believe the entire season has been building toward Jeremiah finally stepping into the role of the safe choice. He's been the brother who openly expresses his love, who tries to comfort Belly when Conrad pulls away, and who offers her the stability she has craved. Fans argue that Belly's hesitations in past episodes might be the writer's way of creating suspense, but in the end, Jeremiah is the one who's ready to commit. If the trailer really is showing their wedding, it would mean Belly has made her decision, and that decision could shatter Conrad's heart for good. But then, there's the counter theory, one that's just as strong. Some fans are convinced this wedding isn't Belly's at all. Instead, they suggest it could belong to another character entirely, maybe even a family friend, used as a clever backdrop for Belly's final emotional choice. According to this theory, the trailer intentionally misdirects us by showing Belly in a dress, Conrad's heartbreak, and Jeremiah's nerves, all without telling us who is actually getting married. If that's the case, the wedding spoilers aren't about the event itself, but about the revelations that will happen during it. After all, weddings and drama series are rarely just about vows, they're about confessions, confrontations, and last-minute decisions that change everything. Another fascinating theory floating around is that the wedding is a flash forward, a vision of the future. Jenny Han, the author of the original books, is known for playing with time jumps, and some fans believe the show might be hinting at Belly's ultimate ending without showing us the full journey. Maybe episode 8 gives us a glimpse of who she ends up with years down the line, whether it's Conrad, Jeremiah, or even a surprise third option. This idea excites some fans and frustrates others because it could mean the finale doesn't give us closure right away, but instead teases us with more questions. Of course, fans of the books bring in their own perspective. In Jenny Han's original trilogy, Belly's journey ends with her choosing Conrad after years of heartbreak, distance, and miscommunication. For book readers, the wedding in the trailer feels like a potential nod to that ending. Could the show follow the same path, using the wedding as the setting where Belly finally admits her true feelings for Conrad? Or will the adaptation take a bold step and change the ending completely, giving Jeremiah the victory instead? The fandom is divided, with passionate arguments on both sides. Team Conrad fans believe X. His silent, pained look in the trailer confirms he is still Belly's great love. Team Jeremiah fans see his nervous excitement as proof that he's the one she'll finally say yes to. The reactions have been intense. On Twitter and TikTok, fans are posting tearful edits, dramatic breakdowns, and even mock wedding invitations for Belly and the brother they're rooting for. Some fans are bracing themselves for heartbreak no matter what, convinced that Jenny Han and the showrunners are determined to end season 3 with an emotional punch. Others are clinging to hope that the finale will finally give Belly and the fans the closure they've been waiting for. What makes these theories so compelling is that every single one feels possible. The trailer is crafted in a way that nothing is guaranteed, and that uncertainty is exactly what has fans so invested. Whether the wedding is real, fake, or just a vision of the future, the reactions prove one thing: Episode 8 is going to leave a mark. It isn't just a finale, it's a cultural moment for fans who have been living in this love triangle for years. And as divided as the fandom may be, they all agree on one point: the wedding spoilers have set the stage for the most dramatic ending of the summer I Turned Pretty. Yet at its heart, the summer I Turned Pretty has never been just about romance. The trailer for episode 8 reminds us of that, because the wedding imagery isn't only about who ends up with Belly, it's about what this moment represents for every character who has grown, stumbled, and suffered across 3 seasons. This finale isn't simply about vows. It's about closure, healing, and the choices that finally define who these characters become. For Belly, the wedding represents the final test of her journey. From the very first summer, she has been caught in the impossible push and pull between 2 loves. But what she hasn't always realized is that the real choice has never been about Conrad or Jeremiah, it's been about who she wants to be. Each brother represents a different version of herself. With Conrad, she has a love that feels intense, fragile, and once in a lifetime, but it also comes with heartbreak and uncertainty. With Jeremiah, she has warmth, trust, and comfort, but sometimes that safety feels like settling for something less than her heart's deepest desire. The wedding forces Belly to stop running, to stop trying to keep everyone happy, and to finally face what her heart has been screaming all along. This is why her expression in the trailer is so powerful, because it's not just about the choice of a partner. It's about her choosing herself for the first time. Conrad's arc, meanwhile, has been defined by silence. For 3 seasons, he has hidden his emotions behind walls of pride and fear. His grief over Susanna, his inability to say what he feels until it's too late, and his habit of watching love slip through his fingers, all of it has built up to this finale. The wedding setting is the ultimate metaphor for him. Standing in silence, possibly watching Belly move toward a life without him, Conrad may finally be forced to confront the cost of his silence. Whether he speaks up or stays quiet, this is the climax of his character. Will he keep choosing fear, or will he finally risk it all for love? Jeremiah's arc is just as complicated, though in a very different way. For him, love has always been about action. He says what he feels. He shows up when others don't. He fights for the people he loves, even if it means putting himself second. But Jeremiah's weakness has always been his fear of not being chosen. That fear has colored every interaction with Belly and Conrad, making him cling harder, love louder, and sometimes push too much. If the wedding is his, then this finale could be the moment where Jeremiah finally feels validated, finally chosen over his brother. But it could also be the cruelest twist yet, if the wedding falls apart in front of him, confirming the very fear that has haunted him all along. And then there's Susanna, absent, but never gone. Even though she isn't physically in season 3, her presence lingers in every decision. The wedding imagery in many ways feels like the completion of her wish. She always dreamed of Belly finding love, of her sons building a future filled with happiness instead of regret. But the bittersweet truth is that her absence is what shaped them into the people they are now, broken, searching, and desperate to hold on to something meaningful. In episode 8, Susanna's influence will hang over the ceremony like a ghost, a reminder that love is fragile, fleeting, but also worth fighting for. Laurel and Stephen add their own emotional layers. Laurel's tears in the trailer suggest a mother who sees her daughter stepping into adulthood before she's ready. Her storyline this season has been about finding strength after loss, but the wedding forces her to confront the reality that she can't protect Belly from heartbreak forever. Stephen, on the other hand, represents the voice of reason. His warning, "Are you sure about this?" isn't just about the wedding. It's about the consequences of rushing into choices that could shape their entire lives. His arc has always been about looking out for Belly in his own blunt, protective way, and this finale shows that his role as her brother still stands strong. Ultimately, the emotional core of this finale isn't about who Belly marries, or even if the wedding is real. It's about what each character has learned through pain, love, and loss. Belly must claim her independence. Conrad must decide whether to fight for love or let it go. Jeremiah must confront his deepest fear. Laurel and Stephen must learn to let Belly grow. And Susanna's memory continues to remind them all of the fragility of time. That's why episode 8 feels so heavy. It's not just a finale, it's a reckoning. The wedding is a stage where every wound, every choice, and every hidden truth finally collides. Whether it ends in love, heartbreak, or both, the characters we've followed since that first summer will never be the same again. The episode 8 trailer doesn't just tease a wedding, it teases the ultimate question fans have been waiting to see answered since season 1. When the music fades and the vows are spoken, whose future will Belly truly choose? The brilliance of this trailer is that it refuses to give us certainty. It's like standing at the edge of a cliff, with nothing but fog ahead. You know something big is coming, but you don't know if you'll fall, fly, or land in heartbreak. One of the final shots in the trailer lingers in your mind long after watching. Belly turns her head, her expression unreadable, as if she's about to say something that will change everything. The screen cuts before we hear the words, leaving fans desperate for answers. That split second holds all the weight of 3 seasons. Every stolen glance, every fight, every kiss, every tear. It's a moment of suspense so sharp, it feels almost cruel. Then comes the sound of wedding bells. They echo like a question rather than an answer, a haunting reminder that no matter who stands at the altar, someone will walk away shattered. The trailer doesn't tell us if those bells signal joy or heartbreak, but it leaves us with the chilling thought that not everyone gets a happy ending. Weddings usually symbolize beginnings, but here, they may mark the end of something we've held onto for so long. Fans are already debating what the true cliffhanger will be. Will Belly run out of the ceremony, unable to make a choice, leaving both brothers broken? Will Conrad finally confess his love at the last possible second, creating the most dramatic interruption a wedding has ever seen? Or will Jeremiah stand at the altar, ready to take the risk, only for Belly to pull away? Every possible ending is on the table, and that uncertainty is exactly what makes this finale so gripping. But what makes this cliffhanger even more unique is how personal it feels. This isn't just about Belly making a decision between 2 brothers. It's about viewers seeing pieces of their own lives in these characters, the heartbreak of timing, the pain of unspoken feelings, the fear of choosing wrong. That's why the wedding spoilers hit so hard, because they remind us of the choices we all make about love, family, and growing up. The trailer promises one thing above all: episode 8 will not leave us untouched. Whether you're Team Conrad, Team Jeremiah, or simply Team Belly, the finale is shaping up to be a moment of television we won't forget. It's not just the end of a season, it's the kind of emotional turning point that will stay with fans for years. So the real cliffhanger isn't just who ends up with Belly, it's whether anyone truly gets their happily ever after. The wedding may give us answers, but it will also raise bigger questions about love, sacrifice, and what it really means to grow up. And now, it's your turn. What do you think the wedding spoilers mean? Do you believe Belly is the bride? Or Is this trailer hiding something bigger? Will Conrad finally risk his heart, or will Jeremiah stand as the one who gets chosen? Drop your predictions in the comments, because episode 8 is almost here, and when those wedding bells ring, we'll all be holding our breath to see who says, I do.